And then, of course, COVID hits. And if you can remember back in the day when your neighbor went to Costco and loaded up and you thought they were crazy, and then everybody realized it was real that week of March, what is 16th? That was the week that I was like, okay, if this is real, my company's going to run out of money by the end of the year. I need to go raise now on the back of my story. And I was advised by every single person in my advisory community that that was not a good idea. But my belief was that maybe we could benefit from the Zoom experience, benefit from actually doing it remotely. I'm based in Vancouver. The Bay Area is where the VCs live generally. And so I'd normally be on a plane driving up and down a highway. In the Zoom era, I was able to meet with VCs on a rapid fire basis. So instead of 2, 3 meetings a day, I could have 8. And I could very quickly go through my list of folks that I wanted to speak with about fundraising. And the beautiful thing is, the flip side for them is they had time. Suddenly their conferences were canceled. They weren't on planes anymore. They could open up and they had time. And so I could go from one partner to multiple partners and get to a yes or a no very quickly. And so literally for us, what started, by the way, as a very horrendous first week, which was, sorry, this is a disaster, triage, portfolio help, we're not going to be investing anything new, turned into 3 term sheets in 4 weeks. And I credit being able to do that over Zoom with how speedy it was. One other thing that you mentioned, Eric, that I think was really interesting, the human element. How do you get to know somebody on Zoom, right? And I had a lot of the VCs originally that said, we probably won't invest until we can meet you face to face. Let's see if this thing blows over. But there was this odd human element that existed where we were all experiencing the same thing. So literally it was, how are you, in that first week? And there was a human connection that was far different than waiting in a boardroom, fiddling with your dongle to make sure that your display was up on the screen for the partner to come in. So it was very humanized from that. We're all going through the same thing. And then even more so when I was looking in the background and your kids are dancing around with a sock puppet, right? Like that, you just don't get that in a boardroom. So you couldn't help be a human element. The back channel references all mattered, but there was certainly a humanizing piece to Zoom that was unexpected.